ideas or don't follow money. Money follows ideas. I'm really not gonna emphasize that. It is 85% of the success of your business. The location you select. So one of the problems in our community that people don't ask, they will tell you the truth. It's up to you to make use of it. An idea is very fragile, and you gotta be careful who you talk to because it can kill it.
Okay, so I mean, a lot of the other questions you pretty much answered. A lot of it was around how do you balance your family and nightlife, how do you handle all of that, which you clearly handled and you
Yeah,
mentioned
but
it.
part of it is discipline. You have
Okay,
to you have to be disciplined, number one, but number two, you also have to be intentional.
okay.
You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Because a nightlife is nightlife. And once you create a structure, the low points like during the day where there's not a whole lot of business happening
Mm-hmm.
on a Monday or a Tuesday or a Wednesday, and even on a Thursday, it's not a whole lot. Those are the times I really try to focus with family. You
Mm-hmm.
know what I mean? I think family appreciates that.
Mm-hmm.
They wouldn't expect to see you on a Friday or Saturday or Sunday night after 10 p.m. because you're working. Our own Monday,
Mm-hmm.
it's a Friday night.
Yep.
Our Tuesday, it's a Saturday night. You're in office, this is our office. You know what I mean? But if you are out Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and then on a Monday, you're out again and you're not doing your duties as a father would or a husband would, then that would call for concern. You know what I'm saying? On a Tuesday, on a Wednesday. So we try to create that discipline to make sure that we can. And, 7 years later, we've gotten to a point where we are able to harness and identify real human resource that we can depend on.
Okay.
So we have managers that all of our managers are homegrown.
Okay.
They started as border girls or as servers and then grew into the job. So they understand the business, they understand the way we think, they understand the expectations that we need from them, and they really deliver. You know what I'm saying? So that really frees us up again too to have some time to spend with family. So to that extent, it's just like a nurse who works at night.
Yeah.
You wouldn't work 7 days a week, 7 p.m. to 7 a.m. You will work, let's say, Thursday through Sunday, 7 p.m. And Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, you wouldn't be out.
Yeah.
You will be home.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, but if you are out during those times you're expected to be home, then it's a problem. You know what I'm saying? So it's really just the same thing,
Okay.
So it's just that kind of discipline and the sense of responsibility to what really matters to you.
Okay. So, to any young person out there, probably looking to acquire a space, looking to, become the next Spectrum, right? Or
Yeah.
maybe they're really looking up to you guys and what you have achieved, and they're dreaming to be in your place.
Yeah.
Would you recommend for them to build this from scratch? Or would you recommend for them to buy an already established business?
Well, the thing I recommend first is to get experience,
Okay.
right? To get into nightlife and work.
Okay.
We have folks here that work for Spectrum for free. They just want to be part of the ecosystem. And that is how you know you build a good business.
Wow.
Yeah. The guys who are doing hooker for a year, no. I just want to be part of it, man.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah.
Wow.
There are guys, and I eventually it's really not fair. You got to get paid for what you're doing. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
But if you want to get into this business, I would suggest that you get into it one way or the other as an employee.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Whether being a promoter,
Yes.
whether it's just shadowing, there is no club owner who would deny free labor. There is none.
That's true.
If you're serious, he may know that you want to open your spot, and so what?
Yeah.
You're still going to open it regardless. You know what I mean? Just to understand the business, understand the way it works, understand the challenges that you face, and to actually have the right temperament. There is no shortage of trouble in nightlife. There is no shortage of anger in nightlife or callous behavior. So temperament is really what solves it. The real security in nightlife is the business model. It's not security, it's not police. If there's a fight here before security comes, you're knocked out. You know what I mean? But how do you create a business model that a fight would not happen? So you have to create a business model that attracts the right people based on the way you're structured, how bougie or less bougie your place looks. It attracts certain kind of people. Your dress code, you know what I mean? The kind of music you play. When we opened Famous, for the first 1 year, we banned trap music.
You did.
We banned go-go. We had a dress code so stringent. with brands smoking or marijuana in them. That alone filtered a whole bunch of people. And we did, that was not the kind of business we intended to build. You know what I mean?
Yes.
So that was protecting the business. That is a true security, the business model. You wouldn't know that by getting a location. You have to be inside to understand. That's the first thing that would tell whoever wants to open this business, try to get experience one way or the other. Don't rush into it.
Yeah.
Because like they say, ideas or don't follow money.
Right.
Money follows ideas.
Exactly.
So they can have a money, it's hot, and they think they can just put it somewhere. It doesn't mean they have the right idea. You know what I mean? 2-3 years later, you're out of it. The second thing is, in fact, the second, third, and fourth is the same thing. Location.
Location.
I'm really not gonna emphasize that. It is 85% of the success of your business. The location you select.
Okay.
So you can spend $500,000, $1 million, and the business is bound to fail. Come rain, come shine. You know what I mean? And that takes deep insight, but also it takes the ability to ask.
Okay.
There are people, one of the problems in our community that people don't ask.
Yeah.
And you'll be surprised how generous business people are. They will tell you the truth. It's up to you to make use of it.
Yes.
You know, if you were to call me and say, Jokes, I have this location, please come look at it. I'm going to go look at it. And I'm going to tell you it's going to work. I'm going to tell you it's not going to work.
Okay.
And the last thing you want to do is to underestimate the power of experience. The people who have gone before you that have been in it, they have something to offer.
Yeah.
It's going to take you 3 years to learn, but you're going to learn.
Right. It takes
3
time.
years down, maybe even losing your business.
Yep.
So the problem in our community, and I tell people, is that ask for help.
Okay.
It is very important.
Don't be afraid. Don't
Nope.
be shy.
If you want to get into healthcare, look at those in healthcare and say, how did you do it? And call them again, and call them again. Find that downtime and call them, and call another person. Same in nightlife. Same in gas, somebody has a gas station, or somebody has a laundromat. Call them. They would give you that information. I believe in the better angels of humans. I really do. So when I talk to people, I see them, I see myself through them. If somebody would ask me, I'm going to say the truth.
Right.
And most of the times, it is true. So that is a little bit of piece of advice I would give whoever wants to enter the industry, any other industry.
Thank you for that.
Thank you.
No,
So anyone looking to get into nightlife, our
Anytime,
silence,
we're one call away.
he's
You just,
ready to help.
and I love to provide advice here at Spectrum Lounge.
Okay.
And of course, when we sit here, it only just takes maybe a bottle of Azul,
And that's all you got.
and then the conversation kicks in.
All right.
You know how it is.
Maybe you should launch a little workshop here.
And no, there are people to do that.
Yeah.
Some of us are just to work. We provide advice for free under the right circumstances.
Under the right circumstances.
So,
Yes.
So what are some of the qualifications for someone that wants advice from you? What do they need to have? 'Cause I know you just don't talk to
You don't want
anybody
anyone
randomly.
to just, call
What is
you.
that? What is that you're looking for when you are assessing whether or not it's someone that is serious?
Well, usually it's advice. I don't charge for it. And believe me, I have at least 2 people a week, I really don't. And secondly it is hard to make an assessment because you can't judge people.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? If somebody calls it, I want to talk to you about a business, they want to talk to you. You have to take them for the word value. They may not be serious, but the time you finish with them, you spark something in them. You never know. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I talk to anybody who I want to talk to if I have the time.
Okay.
Excuse me, I'll tell you I'm available at this time. If you can make it, stop by.
Okay.
When they swing by, I always carve time to talk to somebody. Over the phone, it's a little difficult to get me, but if you do, if I'm driving and I got like a 30 minutes window, I'm going to talk during that time. You know what I mean? And there's no criteria. If I just have the time and you're serious about it, serious meaning you call when I say you should call, or you show up when I wanted you to show up, I will talk to you. And believe me, there are so many people and there have been so many advices wasted too. In a sense that folks think they want advice, but really they don't want it. They just want to tell you what they want to do. So you come and they're telling you these things, but you say, how about this? But no, they're not even listening to you.
Yeah.
Right.
They're just coming to tell you what they have in their mind. And they want you to say, excellent.
They want your validation.
They want you to say that. And for me, I would tell you what I want you to do. And at a certain point in time, I'm just going to sit quiet, you know. Yesterday, I was in here at Spectrum, and a friend of mine called me from Oklahoma and said there's somebody who wants to do this. They called me and they said there's only one person that can talk to is you. I said, well, I'm waiting for the cleaners to come clean my hood. I have some time, put her on the phone. So she puts me on she comes on, and pretty much she has this deal in Vegas, in California, actually. Okay. So I started asking these questions to make an assessment of the deal. And in my opinion, it was such a horrible deal. And I found myself, acting like the guy on Shark Tank. I got to the point where I was like, I forbid you from doing this. But usually I don't do that because, again, you got to be careful the way you provide advice. You don't want to kill a dream.
What makes a bad deal?
A bad deal is just a bad deal.
Yeah.
If I were to give you go somewhere and say, well, give me 200,000 for 5%, and I'm somebody, I've never been in nightlife, and I'm valuing a small business for $2-3 million without selling $1. Yeah. I mean, a bad deal is a bad deal. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And then I'm asking you about your involvement in the business and the cash flow, and you have no clue. You're not ready for it. Yeah. You know what I mean? And I tell you that usually I always tell people that the real question is, if you were there, would you do it? Mm-hmm. Me. And I wouldn't. Mm-hmm. I wouldn't advise you otherwise. Right. Mm-hmm. But the fact that you're thinking about it and you're in that lane is special. Yes. And I try to make sure I don't kill that. Because they'll tell you that an idea is very fragile. Yes. And you got to be careful who you talk to. Because they can kill it. Yes. In less than no time. So I'm very cognizant of that. And at times I could have some strong words too. So I try to really balance it and say, you know what, you are already on the right path thinking about this. It's the right thing to do. I don't just think, and I'm just asking you these questions to push your mind and expand your mind. Right. That was yesterday. 3 days ago, I had another call from another lady for investment in Cameroon, in medical. And by the time I finished my questions, I had not even finished analyzing the questions. She was like, oh, it looks like I'm not ready. I'm like, that's not what I'm saying. Right. I'm just asking you questions so that you can think through things before you launch in. Yeah, critical thinking. Yeah. And I think that is the benefit of experience. And the things which I try to do, but at the same time, not to discourage anyone to think about opening a business. Because even when I started, I was audacious. I had no experience in nightlife. But I believed in the partner that I had.
Like, share, subscribe, and hit the notification bell.